Deatte 5 Bayou de Battle is a survival game anime, a lot like Darwin game. It is a pretty straightforward shonen show, with a protagonist who has the superpower of talking his enemies to death. To get his ability to work, he had to have a conversation with his enemies first, yet despite that, it was fun to watch. The side characters are well written and not just cardboard cutouts. They had their own flaws and motivations. And the protagonist's solutions, mostly, made sense. Keep in mind I extremely enjoyed Darwin's game and this season is practically identical to it, and it has kept me intrigued this whole time. So from the very start of this series, I immediately enjoyed the series. The story is very similar to that of Darwin's game, with people gaining random powers in order to survive the events that are taking place. It's a pretty cliché story, but it's one that I tend to enjoy quite a lot no matter how much it has been repeated. The MC is cold but kind at the same time, so I like him. He's also pretty smart and can understand situations, making him an MC that isn't obnoxious or annoying. The anime is old, but it's only for 2 to 3 episodes that you feel that way, but after that, you really see the difference. It was a continuous thriller. You can expect anything to happen. The MC usually win, but how he wins against strong opponents really matters for the anime, and this anime exactly shows that the MC has a very sharp and insightful personality, but it doesn't look a bit overboard. In terms of the anime's story, it's actually unique because every time there is a fight scene, they immediately fight after meeting for 5 seconds. The strength of each character is quite unique. The battle scenes in this anime rely on strategy, so I don't get bored while watching them. The opening song in this anime is a banger. For the ending song, I think it's normal and nothing special. What makes this anime less good is the animation that looks stiff and lacks detail, so that the battle scenes that should be epic and exciting are now ordinary. Perhaps this is due to rushed production and short deadlines. What a pity. I really like survival and battle royale animes, and this one was not left out. I went with little hope of it being good, and luckily, I was surprised and really liked what I saw. Points that I found positive. I found the scheme of powers that was used and the way they are interpreted very interesting as well. The stages that players go through are also pretty cool and shows how the power that each player has can be used in many different ways, in addition to making people act in different ways too. Points I found negative: the anime should have done the villains in a better way, as most of them are pretty boring and don't bring any impact to the person watching. Another negative point is the stories behind each character that are very bad, which also end up not bringing any impact to the person who is watching. I've really enjoyed the 2 main characters, Akira and Yuri. You may imagine that they develop some kind of romance during the series, and that seems like true. But this anime is not a romance, at least not in these 12 eps. Akira makes me remember of Kira from Death Note, mainly because of his intelligence and strategies. I may say that you'll love or hate it, there are not much people in the between. It's a isekai story with a psychopath protagonist that receives a good superpower. There's some girls that like him, and etc. Yes, it looks like SAO. But they're quite different. It's not good, and it's not bad. I liked the personality of Akira, and enjoyed his strategies. This, and the existence of Mayan, made this anime some interesting to me. However, I don't really think most people would like Battle Game in 5 Seconds is a typical good generic anime that involves a lot of fighting, action and plot twists when I started watching a couple of episodes. I was really damn surprised that it didn't disappointed me even a single bit and began to enjoy every second of. Honestly, the whole plot, game and scheme kind of reminds of Hunter x Hunter, a lot of the Hunter exam arc, and a bit of the Greed Island arc with their given abilities, the monsters, the enemies. It shifts between the funny and serious depending the situation and the atmosphere. Like even Akari sometimes gets funny when he needs to and serious when the game started, where he analyzes his surroundings, enemies and his strategies. Overall, I rate it out of 8 because I managed to binge it all, and it is good if you're looking for some action anime. Overall 8 out of 10, pretty dope anime. If you are in a mood for some action, fighting, good character development combined with a smart mischievous main character, then I suggest you watch it. But if you don't like those genres, then don't watch it. It really is up to you after all.